Gentlemen, our apologies. We had some technical difficulties this afternoon with our camera. So right now we're having to improvise a little bit on the fly in order to bring you this afternoon's matchup between the North Medford Black Tornado and the Roseburg Indians. We're in the top of the second inning, and we have a scoreless ball game. And probably at this moment, you'll have decent audio quality as far as video goes. We'll try to do the best we can to actually take the camera that is built into the laptop and point it towards the field and see how that works. And I don't know that it's going to work terribly effectively, but at least I'll be able to bring you the action as it comes along. We have a bouncing ball to shortstop. Over at second base, the play. They cancel the lead runner for the Indians. Two down in the top of the second. Again, a scoreless ball game. A runner on first. Runner at first base is Isabel Stribling. Stribling playing catcher today for the Indians. Ground ball works its way through. And to center field it goes. It's a base hit. The runner scores, and it's a 1-0 ball game. Indians up in this ball game. Reagan Gilbert, the runner on first. She hit the single that brings in the first run of the ball game for the Indians. Up 1-0 here in the top of the second. Pop up on the infield. And out making the play at shortstop, the Black Tornado will record the out, and that will end affairs here in the top of the second. So a runner scores. It's a 1-0 ball game. And we'll be right back after these messages on TableRockSports.net. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're kind of working this up on the fly. Let me go ahead and get the scoreboard up to date for you that reflects Roseburg leading in the ball game 1-0. We're headed now to the bottom of the second. And as you can see here, folks, I have a perfect face for radio. And that is why once we get underway here, we'll go ahead and turn the laptop camera back toward the field. And we'll try to get ourselves up to date as quickly as possible. Again, our apologies. We had a little bit of a camera issue today. On the mound for the Indians is the pitcher Gibson. Ball fouled out of play. We'll try to quickly bring ourselves up to date on where we're at in the batting order for the Black Tornado. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop for the Indians. Meade makes the play. One down. And the hitter, it's always hard to tell with those ponytails. That's either Gilbert or that might be Emily Dunn up the plate. She wears number 2, and the number 12 is Anna Gates. Gates playing second base today, Dunn at shortstop. Pitch comes to the plate, and that'll even the count out at 1-1. Bottom of the second, if you're just joining us, and we just came to air. That pitch off target. Hitter ahead in the count, 2-1. Gibson. To see her pitch a couple of weeks ago against South Medford, and for those of you who follow Southern Oregon softball, you know that the Indians darn near won that ball game. Gibson, a quick worker, good endurance, and pitched well throughout the game. Just, this the way this game goes. Sometimes a couple of bounces don't go your way, and suddenly what was a lead is suddenly gone. Foul back to the screen, count even at 2-2. Well, we mentioned Meade at shortstop. Jordan MacArthur playing at second. Over at first, Alina Howland. Line drive right back to the hill. Good reflexes by Gibson. And there's 2 down in the inning. So 2 down for the Black Tornado in the bottom of the second. I want to say I think that was Gates, so if that be the case, it's Wadley the hitter now. Alexis Wadley playing third base. So giving you the batting order for the Black Tornado, leading off and playing center field is Ryan Hamlin. In left field, batting second is Samara Miles. Hitting third and catching is Presley Lawton. Gabby Urban. Pitching and hitting cleanup. Emily Dunn batting fifth and playing shortstop. Alyssa Hartzheim is playing first. She's followed in order by Gates, wearing number 12 and playing second. At third is Alexis Wadley. And then in right field is Kendall Garrett. Pitch fouled off. That'll even the count at 2-2. And then the rest of that defense for you. Blix is over playing third for the Indians. In right field, wearing number 11 is Emma Murphy. Center fielder wearing 23 is Haley Wombolt. And over in the left is Hashowski. Black Tornado draw a walk here with 2 outs, so they've got a runner on. So Black Tornado with opportunity here. The runner on first, that's Hartzheim. So that means this is actually Gates we have up here. So my apologies to that earlier hitter. with the 2. I wasn't sure whether it was number 2 Emily Dunn or whether it was number 12 Anna Gates, but that was Dunn that was hitting earlier. You see, we'll get you caught up here. Ground ball to shortstop, throw across the infield is in time. So the Black Tornado get a runner on, but no runs, no tornado hits. The Indians clean in the field, and it's a 1-0 ball game. You're following the action here on TableRockSports.net, having to improvise a little bit today as we have some camera issues that are keeping us from being able to present this to you in the fashion we ordinarily would with our camera. So we're actually using a camera from a laptop, and just, you do the best you can. So I'm going to take a momentary break to try to take care of some housekeeping here, and we'll be right back.
.365 is here to fuel all of your daily adventures. You'll find just what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken. Wherever your next adventure takes you, from the mountains to the coast. And our Peak Rewards app is here to help you save money on fuel. Save at least 16 cents a gallon so you can travel further on your adventures for less. Daily adventures are just better with Pinnacle 365.
Back at Benny's Yard at North Medford High School. While we were away at the break, unfortunately missed the single to center field by Emma Murphy. Murphy, the number 2 hitter in the order, top of the third. As you can see on your John L. Scott scoreboard, the Indians leading 1-0 in this ball game. With Murphy aboard, Blix, the third baseman, is up. Right-handed stick. Not much of a lead taken there. Well, no lead at all at the moment by Murphy, who's playing right field this afternoon. Number 2 in the lineup. So we're at the number 3 spot in the lineup. Second time through the order. Swing and a miss. Blix remains ahead in the count. 2-1. She's got some power. The Black Tornado playing her relatively deep and straight away in the outfield. That pitch low by Urban. And the count goes to 3-1. That pitch fell back to the screen. Now that'll run the count full coming into this afternoon's action. The Indians with a 7-12 overall record, 3-6 in league play. The Black Tornado 9-10 overall and 3-6. So a pair of teams and a high, long drive to left center field, and that one's out of here. A 2-run homer for Blix. And the Indians are up 3-0. That one's got a new address. And the Indians now find themselves on top by a score of 3-0. That'll bring up the pitcher Gibson. So they respected the power of blitz. They just simply ran out of room. That cleared the left center field fence with ease. Indians coming in after a doubleheader sweep of South Eugene last Friday, beating the Axe by scores of 7-1 and 11-1. Earlier in the season, the Indians were swept by the Black Tornado. So looking for a measure of vengeance today. And up on top in this ball game by a score of 3-0. And again, our apologies for ordinarily you get this nice camera and you get a good full view of the field. And technology, well, sometimes you have battles with technology. And unfortunately, today, this is what we're left with. But right now, Gibson fouling that back. So the count runs full. Indians making Gabby Urban pitch today, sophomore right-hander. This one will be fouled off to the right. Hits the metal bleachers. You can kind of hear that clunk. So the count remains full at 3-2. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss, and that retires the hitter. We've got one down in the inning. And that will bring to the plate Haley Wombolt. Wombolt, a junior, playing center field for the Indians. She looks at the first pitch, gets ahead in the count, 1-0. So the Black Tornado infield, that's Alyssa Hartzheim playing first base. Over at second is Anna Gates. Pop up on the infield dirt. Gates makes the play. And there's two down in the inning. Pop up behind home plate. Making the play for the Black Tornado is Presley Lawton. And that will end it for the Indians in the road half of the third inning of play. They score 2 runs on 2 hits. No Black Tornado errors. And we'll go ahead and turn the camera around and take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back.
365 is here to fuel all of your daily adventures. You'll find just what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken. Wherever your next adventure takes you, from the mountains to the coast. And our Peak Rewards app is here to help you save money on fuel. Save at least 16 cents a gallon so you can travel further on your adventures for less. Daily adventures are just better with Pinnacle 365.
Okay, back to Benny's yard. Black Tornado now trailing in the ball game, 3-0. Let's go ahead and reset this. And again, you wonder what's going on here. Real simply, camera issue. So we're actually using the camera off the laptop to bring you today's action. Not how we ordinarily do things. Let's get that scoreboard straight there. It's 3-0. And the Black Tornado are going to look to see if they can't fight their way back in this ball game. Hitter showing bunt and pulls it back. She takes on that offering from Gibson, and that'll even the count up at 1-1. Up to the plate for the Black Tornado. That's Alexis Wadley playing third base. Hitting out of that crouch. One of the more unique stances that you'll see. And you'll see, though, the good hitters will have fundamentals. All of them execute regardless of where their starting point is. I mean, you see some really interesting ones out there. Any of you who follow Major League Baseball remember Kevin Youkilis. Wadley ends up going back to the bench. One down. But sometimes how, they get to the approach of getting to the places they need to go gets kind of interesting. We'll have Kendall Garrett up. First pitch called a strike. Gibson ahead in the count, 0-1. Popped up on the infield. Over there at third is Blix. So we saw her get it done earlier with the bat. She takes care of business with the glove. And there's 2 down in the inning. So that'll take us back to the top of the order with Ryan Hamlin. Ryan, spelled R-H-Y-A-N, junior outfielder. She's ahead in the count, 1-0. She'll foul this one off. Over the Black Tornado home dugout. The count now even at 1-1. Ground ball hit to third base. Throw across the infield is in time. And that will erase the Black Tornado here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Southern Oregon for over 50 years. We are thankful and proud to be able to say that our employees are like family, and we certainly couldn't serve Southern Oregon so well without them.
I love my job, and what better place to work than for the people who care about you and your community.
We really are treated more like family.
Top of the fourth, and we'll turn our laptop camera back around. Having to work on the fly here this afternoon with some technical issues. Have a pitching change. Hartzheim will come in from first base and will take over on the hill. And taking over at first for the Black Tornado will be Kaylee Raines, the tall freshman of the fourth. That pitch called the ball. That'll even things up at 2-2. Bouncing ball over to third. Throw across the infield is in time. That'll retire Howland. Now Isabel Stribling up to hit. Count goes 1-0. Stribling showing patience at the plate, and she's now ahead in the count 2-0. Bouncing ball over at third. Bodley throws across the infield. This little Black Tornado showing good work with the glove. 2 down. And that'll bring up Gilbert, the designated player today. She looks at ball 1 from Hartzheim, who has at least through 2 1/3 innings of work, looking reasonably solid. But a line drive out to center field, base hit. So a single to center field. Hamlin throws back to the infield. Runner on now with 2 down in the inning, and the Indians looking to extend their 3-0 lead. One of the things you can see from this Roseburg team, all of their hitters, you can tell they're taught to be patient up at the plate and look at some pitches before. Throw back to first. Momentarily gets away from Raines, but she's able to run it down with no harm done. Next pitch, that one low. Swing and a miss. The runner goes. And with the steal, Gilbert is now at second base in scoring position. 2-2 the count with 2 down. In the top of the fourth, little conference on the mound. Mentioned the Indians coming off a sweep of South Eugene, North Medford. Coming off of being swept by a South Medford Panthers squad that's really on quite a run this year. And so they're looking to erase a 2-game losing streak. Their last victory coming back last Tuesday, 9-1 against South Eugene. So they've been batting right.
That best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Benny's Yard over at North Medford High School. Jim McCoy here. You're going, what the heck is going on? If you're joining us late, some camera issues, so we're having to improvise today. Use the laptop camera. Leadoff hitter for the Black Tornado. One pitch, one down. Grounding out for North Medford is Samara Miles. So one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Gibson working through that Black Tornado lineup like a knife through hot butter. With Miles retired, that'll bring up Presley Lawton playing catcher today. Even Stance swings at the high one from Gibson. Now she's behind 0-2. I don't recall a point yet. And there's a strike there. 2 up, 2 down. But I don't think North, if memory serves me correctly, I don't think they've had a runner in scoring position throughout the day. The reason why ordinarily I'd keep track of that, but just in terms of trying to get us on, wasn't able to really follow along really for about the first inning. But the score at this point pretty much tells the story as Gabby Urban, who started the game on the bump, by virtue of waiting on that one, they shall even the count up now at 1-1. 2 down in the inning. Bottom of the fourth. But base runners have been hard to come by for North Medford thus far in the ball game. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Gibson winds and fires. Swing and a miss. And that is that for the Black Tornado in the bottom of the fourth. So for the North Medford Black Tornado, no runs, no hits, no Indian errors. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guys! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sundays, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Back at Benny's Yard, North Medford High School.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Game by a score of 3-0. And now we're to the top of the fifth. So we'll get this laptop turned around so you can hopefully see a little bit of what's going on today. Hartzheim pitches, ground ball to short, throw across the infield is in time. Play goes 6-3 for those of you who still practice the dying art of keeping score at home. And we got one down in the inning. Pitches a ball, 1-0. Blix, the big shot in the game, a 2-run homer to make it a 3-0 ball game. And right now, the third baseman showing patience at the plate. Hits a bounding ball foul wide of third. Time in her second inning of relief of Gabby. Yeah, pitch low and away. It'll go 3-1. Next pitch, that's called a strike, and that'll run the count full at 3-2. Comebacker. Hartzheim throws over to Rains at first. And we've got 2 down. Two out, nobody on. 3-0 Indians lead. And now Gibson, the pitcher, who's having a very nice outing so far, pops one up. Rains is over there to record the out. She closes the glove on it. And that will end the top of the fifth. No runs, no hits, no Black Tornado errors. We'll take a timeout, and when we return, we'll bring you the Black Tornado up to hit right after these messages.
Time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates we'll always be there.
Go to the bottom of the fifth. The Black Tornado, unable to muster a threat so far against Gibson and the Indians, still have opportunities, essentially 9 more outs to work with, and 3-0, not an impossible hill to climb. As far as the Black Tornado offense goes, they put up 14 runs back on March 19th against West Salem, 12 against Aloha, and 9 just last Tuesday against South Eugene. So there's some pop in those bats. Gibson's just proven to be a tough opponent today. Gibson gets ahead on the count. As the Black Tornado leadoff hitter fouls it off. That pitch called a strike. The count goes 0-2. Next pitch, that one high. Nice gentle breeze blowing out here today. Considering how this day started, this is nice. We'll take it. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the fifth. Appeal down to first. No swing. A 2-2 count. That pitch fouled off. So the North Medford hitter, Emily Dunn, one of 3 seniors on this roster. She stays alive. You could tell her that looked a little tempting, but she laid off of it, and now that'll run the count full. So we'll wait the payoff pitch as Dunn tries to get aboard. And she'll draw the walk. Good at-bat there for Dunn. She's aboard now. And Hartzheim, we'll see what she can do to keep a good thing going. Alyssa Hartzheim started out at first base today and then came on in relief of Urban. So you have Hartzheim the hitter, Anna Gates on deck, Alexis Wadley in the hole. She'll lay down the bunt. Running out to make a play on it. Is Stribling. But it was foul. Runner goes. As the pitch goes back to the screen, the Black Tornado have a runner in scoring position. So that greatly lessens the possibility of a double play ball. Swing and a miss. Count now at 1-2. So the Black Tornado showing patience at the plate here. And Hartzheim will draw the walk. And so now the tying run will come to the plate for North Medford. That'll bring up Anna Gates playing second base today. So a pair of walks by Gibson. shows bunt. And that's got the defense on their feet right now, watching for an opportunity to make a play. Lays down the bunt. And that'll even the count now at 1-1. Strike the call there. So now Gibson ahead in the count with nobody down here in the bottom of the fifth. Dunn at second. Hartzheim at first. Gibson puts the hitter away for one down. That pitch fouled off. Count 0-1. Wadley the hitter. Number 8 in the order. On deck is Garrett. Call the strike. So a pitcher's count with 0-2. Gibson trying to work her way out of a little trouble here in the bottom of the fifth. That pitch called a ball as the count goes 1-2. Strike the call, much to the delight of the occupants of the Roseburg Indian bench. 2 down in the inning. And that'll bring up Wadley. So the tornado for the pair of runners who got on via the bases on balls. Wadley takes a look and gets ahead in the count. That one called a strike, and Gibson kind of nibbling around and making it work. Pitch fouled away. Now she's ahead in the count 1-2. And good contact has been hard to come by for North Medford today. Wadley with that open stance. She protects the plate and fouls this one off and remains alive at 1-2. Pitch fouled away. Swing and a miss. So Gibson walks a pair of hitters, but just turns right around, sucks it up, and is able to get herself out of trouble. So for the Black Tornado, no runs, no hits, no Indian errors. And we'll go to the top of the sixth with the Indians up 3-0. We'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with more action right here on TableRockSports.net.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between 7,000 and 10,000.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back 3-peat Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
3-0 ball game at North Medford. Indians on top. And opportunity right now to extend their lead in the top of the 6th. Hartzheim continues in the circle for the Black Tornado. Bouncing ball to third. And the third baseman has a little bit of trouble with it, but is able to get the throw across in time. So a good heads-up effort by Alexis Wadley to get the out. Showing why you just don't give up on a play. Now making her first plate appearance for the day for the Roseburg Indians, Mariah Hoshowski. Swing and a miss, strike one. Lefty hitter. Hoshowski, one of 6 seniors on this Indian squad. She looks at a high one and will draw the count even at 1-1. Showing good patience there. She gets ahead in the count, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Hoshowski swings through that offering from Hartzheim, and the count goes even at 2-2. That pitch off the plate, and that'll run the count full at 3-2. Hartzheim has done a nice job in relief of Urban. Swing and a miss, and Hoshowski is the latest Hartzheim strikeout victim. After the big home run by Blix, the 2-run job that put the Indians up 3-0. Roseburg, relatively quiet since then. Bouncing ball back to the mound. And the throw is in time. And that'll do it for the Indians. In the top of the 6th, we'll take a quick timeout and bring you the Black Tornadoes on offense following these messages on TableRockSports.net.
We'll always be there.
All right. Back to action here on Table Rock Sports. We'll turn our things around for you here after I update the scoreboard to reflect we're in the bottom of the 6th. So the Black Tornado started to threaten a little bit last inning with a pair of walks. But the Roseburg Indians with Gibson leading the way. Cammie Gibson. She's been a tough one today. And this is my second look at her as a broadcaster. Had an opportunity to cover the Indians a couple of Saturdays ago against the Panthers, and she looked pretty good in that outing. Held pretty tough, but South Medford able to scratch out a win in that ball game. 2-0 to the Black Tornado hitter. That pitch high. So North Medford trying to take a little page out of the Roseburg playbook and lay down their pitch. On the 3-1 pitch, little bouncing ball back to the circle. Gibson is there. Throws across to first. And there's one away. Miles the hitter, Samara Miles. Gibson's first offering is a strike. That pitch high as things go even at 1-1. Even from this angle out at right center field, you can tell both benches very active, very vocal. A little fly ball out towards left, but that will be wide of the foul lines. So Miles now behind in the count, 1-2 with one down. Bottom of the sixth. And a ball hit the opposite way. Base hit. Miles gets aboard with the first hit by the Black Tornado in I don't know how long. So Miles gets aboard with one down here in the bottom of the sixth. And the number 3 hitter in the order, Presley Lawton, we'll see what she can do about bringing Miles around. You're at that point in the lineup, that place in the batting order where some of the best hitters that the Black Tornado have will be there, no doubt with a little bit of power to boot. So this, one of the best opportunities the Black Tornado may have in the day to try to stage a rally. 2-0 the count. Pitch fouled off. That'll take the count to 2-1. Next pitch, that one's over. And that'll even up the count at 2-2. Now it's nitty-gritty time. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down in the inning. Pitch fouled off. Gabby Urban, starting pitcher to today's game. 0-1 count. She'll look at that one, and that'll even things up at 1-1. Pitch down on the dirt. Miles goes down to second. So the count even at 2-2. Runner in scoring position. Ball gets away, and now the runner, Miles, golden opportunity here as the count goes full. She'll draw the walk. So I'll put runners at the corners for the Black Tornado. Trailing in the ball game, 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Gibson gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Swing and a miss. And now the count 0-2 with 2 down. Gibson looking to keep the shutout intact. And more importantly, keep the Black Tornado at bay, and she succeeds. Black Tornado get a runner down to third, but are unable to score. We'll go to the top of the 7th. And the Indians are on top, 3-0. We'll be back following these messages.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform? Thirsty for change? Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win. Yes! Yes! Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with Crispy Crunchy Chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Top of the 7th for the Roseburg Indians, holding a 3-0 lead. Comebacker to the circle. Hartson throws across. And we've got one down. Urban started the game for the Black Tornado as the pitcher threw 3 innings, gave up those 3 runs. Hartsign came on in relief and has done a pretty solid job since. Grounder to second. Gates there. And we've got 2 down. Pitch fouled off. On 1 the count, 2 down. This one fouled away off to the right. And it's Shyla Mead, the shortstop. She looks at the pitch and the count now 1-2. Grounder to short. Throw across the infield is in time. So the Indians go away quietly here in the top of the 7th. The Black Tornado, though, with one final opportunity to see if they can't make a comeback. We'll have that for you coming up in one moment here on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Okay, bottom of the 7th. One more opportunity for the North Medford Black Tornado. Hartsign, the leadoff hitter. We'll get this camera turned around for you in case you joined us late. Some issues with our camera today. The one we would ordinarily be using, and unfortunately, we've had to resort to a little improvisation using the laptop camera. And it's not the same view you usually get, but again, we'll do the best we can with what we have. We got to count even at 1-1, 3-0 ball game. Indians on top here in the bottom of the 7th. Alyssa Hartsign started at first, threw 4 innings in relief, did a nice job today, and now she's even count against her pitching counterpart. Lays off of that one, and now that'll send the count full at 3-2. Hartsign retired. So 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Anna Gates, the hitter. Gibson has encountered a few bumps in the road along the way, but overall, a very strong performance on the day. Hits at a premium. Been a couple of walks. But the closest that the Black Tornado have come to scoring a run came in the 6th when Miles got as far as third base. But even then, when you have a situation, say if it's a team you're playing on and you just know that your leader is in control, I think if I were playing on that Roseburg Indians team, that would be the feeling that I would be having right now, is that even if there's a runner on third, it's like, she's got this. Strike the call. This one fouled off. It'll go across the path if you're familiar with North Medford High School. Ball wanders over towards a track meet. Anna gates the hitter, and it's a full count, so payoff pitch coming. This one popped up to second base. Making the play, Jordan MacArthur. Well, there's two down. The Black Tornado down to their final opportunity with Alexis Wadley. Wadley playing third base today. Wadley looks at the first pitch, a ball. And now she's ahead in the count, 2-0. Next pitch on the way. That's a strike. And the count goes 2-1. Next pitch, that one's fouled off. We'll even the count at 2-2. 2 down. Bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that is your ball game. Cammie Gibson twirls the shutout for the Roseburg Indians, and they defeat the North Medford Black Tornado by a score of 3-0. I'm Jim McCoy, and appreciate your indulgence and your patience with us today. This is certainly not the way we had intended to bring you this ball game, but again, when you run into some technical issues, you just try to find out, like, okay, what's the best we can do here, and work with that. And so that's kind of what we did today. It was at least we could bring you the audio of it and a little bit of video. But again, thank you for hanging in there with us today. Roseburg, the winner, 3-0. Have a great evening, and we look forward to bringing more action your way on TableRockSports.net.